Yo, what's going on, guys? So let's just go over everything. Obviously, could all become null or void tomorrow with CPI and FOMC minutes. Um, but if so, looking at the daily from the first thing, obviously still relative equal lows down here. Still have LRLR here to the upside, which I'm leaning towards us being bullish going into CPI tomorrow, and I'll get into the meat and gravy of why I think that in a second. Um, but the big thing was today we got into this daily bearish prop block, right? Got to pretty much the CE of it, kind of closed up near it, but still we closed over the body of it, right? So what do you expect with like the daily bias video? Whenever you have a whenever like we had like okay, so for example, if you haven't watched the video, right? So whenever you have a black candle close below the body of a green candle, you expect this low to be taken out next day. See, this low got taken out. Um, the next day you have this candle, this green candle close back inside of here. You expect this high to be taken out, right? And then you see that's where we did not get up to that. So I still think this is going to be the draw up here, 408. And then if you look at so then yesterday, obviously we get a down close candle back inside the body of here. You expect this list low to be taken, but this high still needs to be taken because of this candle, right? Um, which what I see here is a daily. We closed over this candle. Well, I guess we haven't closed yet. Here in about eight minutes, we should close over here. We're gonna have a daily bullish order block here coming off of the sweep of these daily lows, as well as we expect previous day high to be swept, right? So whenever this candle starts, our first target should be this high because we had a bullish close over the body of this down candle. So that's why I'm thinking 408. I'm leaning bullish into CPI. That's just one of the reasons. Let's get into the rest here. So that's daily 4 hour. What have we noticed about the 4 hour? Remember yesterday we were holding, we kind of came down a little bit. We had hit this 4 hour FVG. Remember these candles weren't here, so we had hit this 4 hour. Was still bullish as long as we held this 4 hour, and then today came, right? The big thing with yesterday was what? Yeah, okay, we dipped down into 4 hour. We held, price was respecting the weekly order block here. You see, we're still respecting it. That's one thing I wanted to point out. Notice how we pretty much respected CE or mean threshold of that weekly order block today. We dug right to 50% of it and then went right back up. It also coincided with this on the 4 hour. Look what happens. We didn't get the 4 hour first, the 4 hour 50% first today. We dig down to the 4 hour. What do you notice? There's no more 4 hour FVGs that need balance because look, this one got balanced today. Also hit the exact CE of it. Like if you draw this out here, look at this. Very algorithmic reaction to the exact middle of this 4 hour FVG today. Like this is a strong indication that the market is bullish and has a need to go higher in some kind of liquidity above. At least I think up to that 408 level up here, right? So that 4 hour held. We noticed the body still respected this 4 hour. Nothing to be bearish about here right now. So going down to the smaller time frame, what happened today? So I think the 15 will be better to show this. So obviously we have Friday's high here, right? We have Friday's high. We expected this to get swept coming into today. You see we put in a failure swing right at open, and then what? We get a Judas swing down, and then right around 10 o'clock, 10:30, we get some kind of reversal, right? What do we get? So we get the first 50% we get is what? We get 50% from the lows from Friday. We get that first 50% down, right? So we know, okay, well, and we hit a 4 hour FEG. We know we can bounce. We know if we go through that 4 hour down here that we just hit, we're probably gonna go back for all these daily lows down here, right? Well, we get the bounce, and then it's like, okay, well, we should get at least we get a strong move down like this. That's when we expect some kind of 50% reversal, right? We don't know if we're going back down to the lows or if it's just the 50% up and then to come back down. Well, look what it ends up being. If we go from, oh, I kind of drew it wrong, a little wacky here, but look, we come down, bodies respect 50% again, and then it goes back up. This way, 50% is everywhere, guys. You always need to be drawing it. I don't care what time frame it's on. It happens on every single time frame. We know time is fractal, right? So it just happens every single place. 50% down here, 50% up here, 50% down here, and then there. If you even go down to like the 1 minute, there's like times today where the 1 minute 50% was holding, but was leaning kind of bearish down here, and then we hit 50% and we get this reaction off of here. And look what was down here. Right at 50%, they left a 5 minute volume imbalance down here. We hit this. There's a 5 minute rejection block here. The open of this, the, uh, the close of this uh, bullish order block here. We wick into that. We fill in this 5 minute volume imbalance, and then look, we're off to the races. So, and then obviously I think overnight or CPI is going to take out Friday's highs. It's just whenever we get that close to a high, it's basically like leaving equal highs, and you expect this to go back here. So that's why, yeah, we're like it looked bearish as hell this morning coming down here, but we still had this up here, as well as we still have this nice hourly LRLR up here, right? Um, if you draw it like this. So nice, so that we already know like this is our big target, and now we have failure swing, failure swing, failure swing. All these are lower highs, right? So it's just build up liquidity. There's gonna be it's gonna be stops hit, and then those stops get into the market. It's gonna be momentum to just take us up to here, and then it's just that big domino effect, right? So uh, so what makes me think like up here could be the target, or at least some kind of bullish reaction off of CPI? Well, it comes down to simple ICT here. Look at this. This is what changed my mind for. This is what decided my stance on CPI. We took some 445 QQQ calls actually to swing for CPI. We took those at 195. They're already at. They closed around 280. We got a trim in there, and then we're gonna ride the rest for CPI here because of this. Look at this. You have remember our hourly accumulation that's been going on since it started last Friday when we hit 50% up, right? We hit 50% up, and then just this hourly accumulation all through yesterday, today is driving everybody nuts. Well then look, we get a nice break out of it today. Manipulation, right? So we have our accumulation phase. We have our let's see if I can find it here. We have our manipulation phase. Where did this manipulation phase take us to? It took us down to that 4 hour, and it also hit 50% of this entire swing. And then look at the reaction we get off of it. We inverse this hourly FVG coming back up, right here. See, we closed over it, bullish reaction. So maybe tonight we get some kind of move down into this, and then we get like some kind of 50% down, and then that sends us for CPI. So maybe even CPI, like see these 15 minutes we have left, we get some kind of 50% down, and then CPI sends us, or we just go. I think we're gonna have some kind of bullish reaction for CPI, just based on this accumulation, manipulation, distribution should at least take us back up to this high. But if this is setting up on an hourly basis, we're usually going to get a bigger move than just back up to this high, and then I think we're gonna have that move that takes us up to at least that 5667 level. But what happens when we get there? We start running into that hourly LRLR and that domino effect that can I think take us back up to all of these highs. So hopefully a nice trendy action tomorrow, no matter which way. I mean, we could I mean, it's still a possibility we take this high and then go back down, but I don't see why if we were gonna go down, I feel like we would have just taken this high here and then went back down. Like we came back down to 50% just to go back up here. It just seems that that's not very unorthodox. So with that, that's NQ guys. ES. Let's see what ES did today. ES pretty much did the same thing, right? Hourly 4 hour FVG, tiny little guy here, held, hit 50%. You can clearly see that 50%. Look how the bodies just are like they always respect that 50% level. I drew it a little wrong here, but like look how algorithmic that is, guys. Like especially like what I showed you on the 4 hour. It looks bullish to me from here. The hourly, you see the same thing. Inverse the hourly up. I think ES did hit our targets today, so we do have a bearish SMT, right? Because these were Friday's highs. ES has done taken those, so it is bearish SMT. But I mean, nothing is showing us that notice ES took these highs before we even had the dump today, and then we come back up. It tells me NQ wants these highs as well, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, if this bearish S&T was going to hold, we would have just kept dumping. Then we see ES held the 4 hour, and then we come back up. So we hit our targets today on ES 52.73, 52.69 were the morning targets. But next targets, I believe, for tomorrow for CPI for ES will obviously be this high, today's high at 52.74, and then up to that 5300 and 5308 level for ES tomorrow. So with that, hope you guys have a great day. Hope your positions hit if you're gambling on CPI, and we'll catch you guys in the morning.